Audio Jungle. Woman accused of throwing baby off building not transported to court after suffering seizures. Shamoya Green, the St. James woman accused of throwing her 5-month-old daughter off the roof of a 3-story building, resulting in her death in December 2023, was not transported to court on Wednesday due to medical issues. When the matter was mentioned in the St. James Parish Court before presiding judge Letitia Flitcroft-Hilton, the court was told that Green, who is currently being held at the South Camp Adult Correctional Facility in St. Andrew, was not transported to St. James for her court appearance after suffering seizures and being deemed unfit to enter a plea. Additionally, the prosecution updated the court on the status of the postmortem report, stating that it was still not available and that no specific timeline for its completion had been provided. In the meantime, Fairclough-Hilton indicated that the upcoming court proceedings may have to be conducted via the Zoom platform. As a precautionary measure, she stated that she would insist into the wait to have Green transported to court if her medical condition improves sufficiently for her to travel. The case is next set for mention on September 4. Allegations are that on December 6, 2023, about 5:35 p.m., Green was at home with her common-law husband and other family members when she asked him to have a conversation with her about their relationship. However, the man reportedly deferred the talks for a later evening. Green allegedly became enraged and left the room, taking her 5-month-old daughter, Destiny, with her. She reportedly took Destiny to the roof on the 3rd floor of the building and threw the child onto the concrete pit in the yard. The police were alerted and Destiny was taken to hospital, where she died while being treated. Hugh Grant named as new JPS President and CEO. The Board of Directors of the Jamaica Public Service Company JPS has named Hugh Grant as its new President and Chief Executive Officer CEO. The appointment takes effect on August 1. According to a news release on Wednesday announcing his appointment, Grant has more than 25 years of experience in the utility business, with extensive industrial knowledge across the generation, transition, and distribution sectors of the industry. It added that Grant's last position was as Vice President of Steam Operations at Consolidated Edison Company, the energy company that serves New York and Westchester in the United States. JPS Chairman Damian Obligo said Grant brings a solid combination of technical and leadership experience to the position. The new JPS CEO has extensive industrial knowledge and a strong commitment to customer service excellence. During this time of change and transformation in our industry, he is positioned to build upon the work that has already been done at JPS to take the company into the future. His proven track record of developing and executing strategic plans, as well as demonstrating an unwavering focus on safety, system reliability, customer satisfaction, stakeholder engagement, and continuous improvement to achieve results, will serve JPS and our customers exceptionally well, Damon stated. The Light and Power Company added that Grant, who is of a Jamaican origin, holds a Bachelor of Science degree in Electrical Engineering from Florida International University in Miami, a Master's of Science degree in Information Systems from Pace University, and a Master's of Business Administration from Columbia University in New York City. Disgraced ex-public officer Pramels forfeits over 40 million high-end vehicles after conviction. Lawrence Pramel, the former National Energy Solution official sent to prison for corruption-related crimes, has been ordered by the court to forfeit over Jamaican 40 million and several high-end vehicles following his conviction. In a release on Wednesday, the Financial Investigations Division (FID) said under the Proceeds of Crime Act, it secured a forfeiture order of the assets from Supreme Court Justice Yvonne Brown on June 20, 2024. Specifically, Pramels forfeited cash totaling Jamaican 36.29 million and US 4,800, just over 3 million in Jamaican dollars, cash held in a saving account with a local commercial bank, just under JM 1 million, in cash held in local credit unions from the sale of a 2014 Mercedes-Benz, a Mercedes-Benz CLA 250, following the recovery of all applicable fees and a low repayment, a 2009 Honda Accord, a 2014 Audi Q7, and a 2016 BMW X6, the FIT stated. On May 20, 2024, Pomel was sentenced to 9 months imprisonment in the St. Catherine Parish Court after pleading guilty to 2 counts of corruption and 6 counts of possession of criminal property. His conviction was the culmination of years of dedicated investigations by the FID in collaboration with the Jamaica Constabulary Force Financial Unit, Counter-Terrorism and Organized Crime Investigations Branch, and the Office of the Director of Public Prosecutions. According to the FID, the investigation revealed significant violations of government procurement guidelines and several mismanagement of public funds at INSOL, drawing consideration public attention and emphasizing the urgent need for transparency and accountability in public sector management. The goal of the corrupt public servant is to enrich himself as taxpayers' money to the detriment of the country. The FID and the Constabulary Financial Unit work hard in this case to investigate and forfeit the ill-gotten gains of Lawrence Pomel, and today proudly return cash of $40 million and other valuable assets to the government coffer, Keith Darren, the FID's Principal Director of Investigation, stated. This major achievement demonstrates FID's commitment to hold financial crime perpetrators accountable and mitigate the possible damage they inflict on the public sector and the wider economy, he continued. The message we wish to communicate is that crime does not pay. The FID and its law enforcement partners will rigorously enforce the proceeds of Crime Act in ensuring that lawbreakers do not benefit from their illicit gains.
The FID and the Constabulary Financial Unit worked hard in this case to investigate and forfeit the ill-gotten gains of Lawrence Pomels, and today proudly return cash of $40 million and other valuable assets to the government coffers. This major achievement demonstrates FID's commitment to hold financial crime perpetrators accountable and mitigate the possible damage they inflict on the public sector and the wider economy. The message we wish to communicate is that crime does not pay. The FID and its law enforcement partners will rigorously enforce the Proceeds of Crime Act in ensuring that lawbreakers do not benefit from their illicit gains.
Education Ministry issues strict guidelines on school fees. While scores of parents are already complaining about the fees that are being charged for their children to enter the new school year, the Minister of Education has issued stringent guidelines to primary school administrators. According to the ministry, the guidelines are to uphold the fundamental right of education for every child and minimize the financial burden on parents and guardians during the registration process at primary schools. The ministry's latest bulletin to school administrators emphasized that no child should be denied access to education due to financial constraints. This directive underscores the government's commitment to ensuring that educational opportunities remain accessible to all, regardless of socioeconomic background, the ministry said in a release on Wednesday. Key directives outlined in the bulletin include that all charges for registration packages must receive prior approval from the ministry before being communicated to parents. Schools must also provide a clear breakdown of what is covered in registration packages to parents or guardians, and charges for printed materials should be minimized or free. In addition, the ministry has reminded the administrators and the non-mandatory contribution or fees should not exceed those of the previous academic year 2023-2024, and non-payment of fees should never impede a child's acceptance or registration at school. Further, school administrators are urged to collaborate with parents to establish flexible payment plans for additional services or materials, such as physical education gear, insurance, tie badges, and uniforms. Administrative fees related to registration and other school services are to be covered within existing school budgets and should not be passed on to parents, the ministry stated. The Education Ministry has also urged heads of school boards to provide guidance and ensure that administrators follow its guidelines to minimize the frustration and cost to parents and ensure that no child is disenfranchised. The ministry underscored that as it has been committed to providing additional resources or differentiated funding where necessary, provided there is a power justification and documentation. These guidelines reflect the government's proactive approach to maintaining affordable and equitable access to education, reaffirming its dedication to the educational welfare of every child in Jamaica, stated the ministry. Remember to subscribe, like, share, and click the notification bell for daily updates.